Bankroll, got it.
Big bang, bitch, yeah, bitch, I'm back at it. Post a thirst trap, bet your nigga double tap it. Got that comeback, gotta turn him to an addict. Round up applause when that ass get the clapping. Booty so big, he wanna throw a stack on it. Bossy little bitch, keep a couple racks on me. 30-inch weave, I can sit my ass on it. Make your baby daddy.
What is up, you guys? It's your girl C, and I am back with a closure sew-in install. I'm going to start off. I already had her braided down, first of all. I didn't get that on camera, but I'm starting off with the ball cap method, of course, and I'm going to apply my Ruby Kisses 3D in the color of her shade. And I'm going to continue to put that all over the cap, especially in the front, to be sure that it blends. She did use a hair store 4x4 closure, which was it had a brown type of lace to it, so I was a little nervous about how it would turn out, but I still followed my instructions, you know, as normal, and it still blended to perfection for her, so it was okay. And be sure not to forget to put that same color from the makeup that you put on her cap onto the lace closure as well, and spray to lock that in. And then you're going to start to sew exactly around the middle of the client's hair. Be sure that you have them hold it down firmly so that it's not shifting as you're sewing. And just make sure that you're getting that all the way around. And so I like to double stitch mine just to be sure that it's not going to come up. But that'll make it sure, you know, that'll make it tighter. So make sure that you're having your client help you on this side, on this process. And now that that's sewed down, you're going to continue to go in around the hairline. And I did clean it with alcohol. I didn't show it here for whatever reason. I'm assuming that my camera just didn't catch it. But you clean the outside of where you're going to lay the lace on her skin. And you're going to go in with, well, I went in with Ghost Bond. You can go in whatever glue you want. I went in with Ghost Bond. And I make sure that I smooth it out. I do about 3 to 5 layers, and in between each and every layer, I wipe the end of my rat tail comb with alcohol just to be sure that if that makeup got on there, I don't want it to get into my glue, because then the glue will start to turn brown and it will show through your lace, lady. So make sure that you're cleaning off that rat tail comb between each and every layer of glue that you apply. And now it's time to lay the lace. And as you're laying the lace, you're wanting to be sure that you are combing it through and pressing down as well with your rat tail comb. You just want to comb that through, and it's just to be sure that you're getting each and every piece, and make sure that that glue is, you know, getting onto the lace. And you're going to press firmly with the comb as you're laying. Then the next step is to just spray the lace with some got to be glued spray, and you're going to wrap it with your elastic band just to assure that the molding is going to press down and it's going to mold to the client's hairline. And now we're ready for the sew-in method. So pretty much I like to start a little bit by the client's ear on the side and work my way around the back and to the other side beside her ear. And then I do the flip over method, of course. I never cut my client's tracks because I want them to be able to use them again. So I just do the flip over method as I get to the side. And I just continue to go from, you know, sew from ear to ear. I double stitch in between each and every stitch. Like, I just want to make sure that it's secure. And when I do the flip over method, I like to sew directly through the weft to make sure that my sew-in lays flat. So that's what you see me doing here. And as I'm getting closer to the top, I'm going to show you guys a little closer. You're at the very top. You're wanting to stitch that the last piece of the tracker onto the closure to ensure that it gives it that secure feel so that everything is, meshing well together and it stays flat. You're still going to use your double knot method, but you're going to sew the last piece that's at the very top with your closure piece. And the client did request a middle part, so what I'm going to do is just define that part using my wax stick. And I'm just going to, make sure that I create that flat seamless look at the top. And I'm going to do that by using my hot comb. And I'm just going to flatten that down. The care stick is just to help mold down the hair. And you want to make sure that you're using it on this back piece as well to cover the track of that last weft that you sewed down. You're wanting to make sure that you cannot see that. And I just like to go piece by piece to do this in order to make sure that the front of her closure does lay flat. So I'm going to continue to do that for each side as you see here. I like to section off my pieces from my baby hairs and all the excess baby hairs and lace that's not needed. I cut that right on off with my eyebrow razor. The reason I use my eyebrow razor, I just don't like that, that straight across look. If it's, if you use your razor, it looks a little bit more realistic. I'm going to do the same on each side. And right here, you just see me creating more baby hair on my own versus, the baby hair that came with the lace because it was just too much going on. It was too much extra lace. I just had to cut that off. And I'm going to straighten that with my hot comb just to be sure that the baby hairs lay a certain type of way. And then I'm going to go in with my Got To Be Glue gel, which works perfectly for me. You can use Naomi Foam if you like. But I like the way that the Got To Be Glue gel works. Black tube only. And once I'm done with my baby hairs, I like to go in with my styling strip and just wrap that to let it mold in place. And then I'm going to define her curls with a little bit of water and some Nairobi foam. I like to use Nairobi foam in order to make sure that the hair doesn't get hard. You know, you use some mousse, some certain brands of mousse, and it just makes the hair really hard. I don't like to do that. I'm gonna just spray in the front just to do that little the pushback method, and then you use your hot comb just to kind of set that in place. That's what I'm doing right now, and then afterwards you will see me define the curls. And she's all done and looking flawless as ever. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And again, it's your girl C. You'll be seeing more of me. Ta ta.